problem that Mr. Buddy's talking about. It's not gonna be a question and answer, he's just gonna give us his thought. We do have reports up here that people can get, and we'll let John, this is John Monahan.
So, I've been consulting with you guys for several months now. I was the water superintendent for the city of Oneida. I ran the town of DeWitt Water, I operated in the city of Syracuse Water, which is where I live. So I have 16 years of running water system. I hold a 1B license from New York State, you can't get any higher than that. So I wanna cross the T's and dot the I's. First of all, I wanna let Buddy know, caring about water quality is fantastic.
I've seen
It's fantastic, it's a great quality, that's what you want people to feel about your water. But let me, again, cross the T's, dot the I's for you folks. So, the first thing he was talking about was the city of Oneida flushing their hydrants. They do it every fall. The reason why they do it is exactly what you got going on up here. Brown water. It's not a question and answer, buddy. Everybody here, I think, knows the geography. Oneida is about 25 miles that way. The reservoir's up there. So they release a press release to the towns that are downstream of them. That's why you're not involved in that. If they're flushing a hydrant on Lenox Ave in the city of Oneida, it's got nothing to do with up here, which is why you're not on the report. They send that report to Sherrill, Stockbridge, Munnsville, Durhamville, Verona, because that's all downstream of them. You guys are in a fantastic position up here. That filtration system is, what, 2-3 miles north of you here?
No, it's more than that.
Is it? But you guys,
Less than 5.
all right, you guys are the first customer off of that transmission line. That means the water has just gone through those filters, just been hit with chlorine. Let me address that too, because Buddy brought up UV light. You do one of two things. You put chlorine in the water, or you UV disinfect it. They filter it, and they put chlorine in the water. Now, he talked about TTHMs, trihalomethanes. Yes, they do cause cancer. They are a disinfection byproduct. That is tested quarterly in your water.
From the chlorine.
From the chlorine. It's tested quarterly. The results go to the United County Health Department. If they were wrong, they'd be all over you in a minute. So, that is tested quarterly. You have free radical chlorine in your water. That's tested monthly at Christine's office. So what that is think of the game Pac-Man. Free radical chlorines in your water waiting to encounter anything that could hurt you, and it's eating it. And as it encounters it, you get less and less free radical chlorine. That's how your system works. That's what keeps you safe. The reason why you have brown water. You guys used to have a car wash up here on Main Street, right? Not there anymore. So when your system was first sized, it was sized to use a certain amount of water. If you have businesses leaving, people aren't in houses, you're not moving the water enough, so it's setting in the pipe. Christine, what road do you live on?
Meadows Road.
So Christine's on Meadows Road. I'm going to assume there's about an 8-inch line that goes down that road and ends at that fire hydrant. How many houses are on that road? 4, 5?
5, 6.
5 houses trying to draw all that water out of that line. Doesn't happen. So that water's sitting there in a ductile iron pipe. Has anybody ever gone on YouTube and looked at what the inside of a ductile iron pipe looks like after 50 years? What's that?
This is all plastic.
It's all fiberglass plastic.
Okay, but still, all the organics and the inorganics that have just been sitting in that pipe because we produce potable water, not distilled water. There is stuff in the water that after 50, 60, 70 years has settled in the bottom of that pipe. So the challenge you folks face up here, and me and Stacy had multiple late night conversations about this. You don't have consistent water guys just operating your system. You guys should quarterly be flushing your dead ends because every part of your water system is a dead end. You go down, what's that, 69, and then Main Street, Christine's Road, Lee Taberg Road, they all end in a fire hydrant. Quarterly, somebody should be leaking those out to move the water. It's either gotta be consumed or moved out of the system. That's what you folks are facing up here. And what you're going through is not unique, it's the infrastructure, pretty much the entire country's that way. Lead services, right? Talk about lead services. The city of Syracuse has 40,000 lead services that got replaced.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Aqua has an automatic flusher, I see. on
Yes.
the hydrant.
and you can install them.
We could have something.
They're about $3,500 a piece. You put them right on the end of the line. They got a little timer in there. You can tell them in the middle of the night, open up for 15 minutes, and then close. But somebody has to install them.
Oh, I just was wondering if that was an app.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're fantastic. And of course, the warmer the water gets, the more you have to move it. Because that's when it starts using up all the free chlorine that's in the water, because when the water warms up, things start to grow in it. So it uses more chlorine. And yes, with the THMs, just because some chlorine is good doesn't mean more is better. That's why they test it. And you also go through quarterly testing for all the metals in the water, organics in the water. One thing I did bring up, you guys, this water system is required to take 1 sample a month. 1. But we take it at Christine's office, and I'd recommend it. Probably should find a place down on Matt Drive to take a sample every single month, because they're their own little water system.
They used to.
And again, I'm consulting and I'm learning things. I've talked to Tim Dean a little bit, but you had Mark Rebhand, who used to work for me. He was trying to do it for a little while. When I came on board, Matt Burns was doing it for a little while. We found Buddy a couple months ago. He has no water background experience, but he tried to step up and help. But this community, your water system gets neglected terribly because you can't find anybody to run it. I have all the knowledge in the world and I can put it into somebody, but you gotta have somebody with some mechanical background, you know, because same thing, you got a bunch of water meters that either the wire's broken, the touchpad's broken, the meter itself is broken, because we talked about your water meters, they're your cash registers. You're estimating water bills because you can't even find somebody to just walk through the town and touch the touchpad on the side of the house. Let alone just get in the basement and undo a couple universal connections and put a new meter in there. But I've been talking about this. Stacy was, you know, every time after this board meeting, we would talk, and I'm like, did anybody find somebody yet? But that's what this town needs, is somebody solid in water that wants to learn and move forward and go. I mean, next Thursday down at Theodore's in Canastota is one of the water seminars. They have it twice a year. But if you have a license, you know, you go there and you're among your professionals and we talk about water. Who's got this problem? Who's got that problem? In every single town and village, they all have the same problem. You guys don't have money to put brand new pipe in the ground. Who's got money to do that? Last time I checked, it's pretty costly just per linear foot, and that depends on if you're putting it in the pavement or the grass. Hydrants are almost $3,000. Just for a fire hydrant. But I probably should have come up a couple meetings ago just to let you folks know that from my standpoint, that's what's going on up here. The water's safe. Yeah.
Okay, well, you're contradicting everything you just said, because you just said.
Wait a minute.
Come on, you
No,
just said.
The public comment, we already had the public comment, you had your 5 minutes.
I didn't respond.
The public
Yeah.
comment, over. We're in the next phase of the meeting now, so your time is up.
I
Thank you
think
for
the question
coming.
is the groundwater coming out of, that came out of hydrants, is it unusual for a flushing?
No,
For that to happen?
no.
Is the water, last time it was tested, safe?
Yes. And you've never popped a negative or a positive sample here at all.
Okay, for the man that
Well,
lives,
it
come
may
out.
not be- It may not be ideal, the groundwater came out of the hydrants, but it is not unusual.
Not unusual. That's, I just told you, that's why Oneida does it every fall. And that's why they put out a press release so people know they're flushing, we're gonna get brown water. Because they're trying to remove as much of the sediment out of the pipes as they can. I don't think this town has ever been on a routine flushing maintenance, so you guys you got more in there than most people.
Alright, I wanna make a comment. No, come out. No, he should be able to answer some questions. He should be able to answer some questions. I've got 20 minutes worth of brown water out of each end cap. That old man that lives on 69, he don't have a choice but to drink brown water because we
meters
only
have you
flush it
repaired?
once a year.
So we hired you as a laborer to fix the meters and read the meters. How
Right.
many have you fixed?
How many what? Meters?
I
Oh, I have it.
just time out.
Oh, time out.
Bye, thank you. Thank you.
Well, I wanna make sure everybody understands that all that's BS. Your water is contaminated.
Alright, next, it is the assessors report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just make sure I understand, this is all going into the schools as well. These old pipes, this old water, this is all hitting our children in the schools.
Yeah, so go ahead, Nick, you're up.
Alrighty then. So, the county has, I just filed a new file with the county, so they have updated address changes and what I have up to date right now. Working with a few lawyers about fixing some 5217s that were incorrect 2-3 years ago that got transferred, but explains why there was a lot of issues there. Averaging 2-3 people a night now, so. And my phone is still ringing off the hook and voicemail full for angry taxpayers. So, that's all I got.
But you're addressing them.
Yes,
You're not anymore.
yeah.
Alright, so next on our agenda is approval of the town board minutes. You all received the copies of them, do you have a chance to look them over? Does anyone wanna make a motion to accept them?
I will make the motion to accept.
I'll second.
Duel,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Bruce,
Aye.
Salzman,
Aye.
Devil, aye. Chris, would you like to give us the town clerk's report?
Okay, certified copies, 27, for a total of $270 to the town. Conservation licenses, town share, $123.98. Town share of the marriage license, $35. Town share of the dog license is $53. Building permits, $250. Planning board fees, $100. For a total to the supervisor of $131.98. The Department of Ag and Markets for the spay and neuter program, $7. The Department of Health, $45. The DEC, $2,177.02, for a total of $3,061.
Thank you. Anyone want to make a motion to approve Chris's? I'll make the motion actually, how's that? To approve your minutes.
I'll second.
Duel,
Aye.
Ball,
Aye.
Bruce,
Aye.
Salzman,
Aye.
Dibble.
Aye. So we're gonna move on to supervisor report. We have quite a bit here tonight. There's a couple of things that weren't on it, they come up afterwards, so. One of the things that we are working on is, we're getting a bond for $266,000 for the Zuber Road project. We've, submitted over, 800,000 to FEMA, waiting for FEMA to reimburse us that for Zuber Road. And with the help of the attorneys, we've also starting the process of getting a bond for Gosner Road. They're starting to work up there, and that's over, I think, $800,000 as well. This road work is not cheap, we all know, so we're just happy that FEMA was able to help us out with them, so now we're just sitting back and waiting. So what we have here is we have a secret and a resolution that we need to vote on tonight, is to go to the bank to get the bond for the Zuber Road project, and then we can get that one closed out. We don't have the secret yet for the other one, but that'll be coming, and we'll probably do it at the public hearing for it, or at the, budget meeting, okay? So. What do I have to do now? Just read it?
Yeah, so the,
Secret
this
first.
is, yeah, this is separate from the Gosner Road, so.
Yes,
yeah,
separate.
Gosner Road will be coming, yes.
Yes.
So you're gonna do the secret resolution for this bond resolution, so if you guys wanna run through that, or the secret
Just
first.
read it.
Yeah,
Whereas the town board in the town of Annsville, Oneida County, New York, the town is considering undertaking a project consisting of construction, reconstruction, widening, or resurfacing of highways, roads, streets, parkways, or parking areas, whether or not including sidewalks, curbs, gutters, drainage, landscaping, grading, or improving the rights of way, or the elimination of any grade crossings or improvements in connection therewith with flexible pavement not specified in local finance law section 11.00A28 or C. And whereas pursuant to New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, the Secra Act, and the regulations adopted pursuant therefore by the Department of Environmental Conservation of the State of New York, being 6 New York CRR Part 617, as amended the regulations, the town desires to comply with the Secra Act and the regulations with respect to the project. Therefore, therefore be it resolved by the members of the town board of the town of Annsville, Oneida County, New York, as follows. The project is in nature of replacement, rehabilitation, or reconstruction of a structure or facility in kind on the same site, and therefore constitutes as a type 2 action under 6 New York CRR 617.5. Replacement, rehabilitation, or reconstruction of a structure or facility in kind on the same site, including upgrading buildings to meet building, energy, or fire codes, unless such action meets or exceeds any of the thresholds in section 617.4 of this part, and or type 2 action under the 6 New York CRR 617.5, repaving of the existing highway, not involving the addition of travel lanes, and no further action under the Secret Act and regulation is required. This resolution shall take effective immediately. Chris, if you would do the roll call.
Somebody has to make a motion.
Oh, the motion to accept the secret.
I make a motion.
Thanks. And Sean seconded it.
I'll second
I just stared Paul? Aye. Bruce?
Aye.
Sullivan? Little?
Aye. Just the town, okay, yeah. The bond resolution dated October 8th, 2025 of the town of Annsville, New York, authorizing the issuance of $266,000 serial bond, in dollars in serial bonds to finance the replacement to finish the Zuber Creek culvert. So now I need a motion to accept this. And a full, I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
And Chris can do the call.
Jewel?
Aye.
Paul? Aye. Bruce?
Aye.
Sullivan?
One more vote?
Dibble?
Zuber.
Zuber.
Aye.
So now that you have 5 votes,
Yep.
just send it, you send a certified copy of that resolution
To
to
them.
that else, and just send the, if you can send a secret one too.
Yeah.
Both of these? Okay.
Yeah, just the bond resolution has to be certified.
Okay.
Perfect.
Alrighty. The next thing on the agenda is, we received our yearly contract with, the cable television agreement with Spectrum. So we actually have to have a public hearing for this. So we will have that at the November meeting to discuss that. So that will be going then. I read through it, there's doesn't appear to be any changes from the last one. It's just something they do every single year. So we'll have the public hearing for that.
Was there a price increase?
Of course. No.
Oh. I'm sorry, we skipped the supervisor report. We forgot to make a motion to accept the supervisor's report. Bear with me, it's my first one.
Doing great.
Everyone got a copy of the supervisor report in their packet? Anyone want to make a motion to accept that?
I'll make a motion to accept.
Supervisor's report.
I'll second it.
Jewel?
Aye.
Paul?
Reluctantly, aye.
Bruce?
Aye.
Sullivan? Dibble?
Aye. So now Chris will put that in the paper, so there'll be the public hearing in November. We're gonna have quite a few public hearings at our November meeting. Green Book Lane, we finally got the RFP from the county, they helped us out with it. We went to that, we are going to sign it, send it to Delta Engineering for a proposal. The town highway guys will actually do the work. So that's a matter of just signing it and getting it sent in. So we need to make a motion to accept the, RFP. on Green Book Lane.
I'll second it.
Jewel?
Aye.
Paul? Aye. Bruce?
Aye.
Sullivan?
Aye.
Jewel? Dibble?
Aye. The next one is Mr. Alex here, so I'm gonna let you talk about, this is a resolution for the sewage with Mr. Kilgore's extension. We have a resolution and, that's on here, right?
Yeah, you can hold, I can just hold.
Okay.
So what we're doing is, obviously we've been talking about this for a little while, extending sewer district number 1. This resolution, will be the first substantive one of a few, but what it will do essentially is it, accepts the map plan report that we were, sent by Mr. Kilgore's engineer, which lays out the project. And what it will do then is it discusses the fee calculation, and Mr. Kilgore is paying for the project, so there isn't any, regulations that we have to deal with pertaining to the comptroller. And then, so the fees are pretty straightforward, so we're not covering them, and then it lays out, the public hearing, and then sort of like the notice requirements that the town will be responsible for leading up to the public hearing. And actually, this resolution will go right into the minutes and newspaper, and the public hearing will be next month to discuss the proposed extension of the sewer district number 1. So this resolution essentially just kicks off the process. We started, we initiated the seeker process 2 meetings ago, and this is gonna start the process for the district extension.
I'll make the motion to accept.
I'll second.
Joel?
Aye.
Paul,
Aye.
Bruce.
Aye.
Salzman.
Aye.
Dibble.
Aye. Next on our agenda is, Aqua has sent us a letter, stating that there's gonna be some changes and within the next 6 years on lead and copper rule improvements that the EPA has proposed. So they've sent us our contract, we did send it to the attorneys. They looked over the lease agreement between the water district and Aqua, and ultimately this will be a 40-year lease where they will operate, maintain the water system, supply water, and supply the associated services to customers on Bones Road. The town may also, throughout this lease agreement, make replacements, additions, subject to the approval of Aqua, but is not required to take such action on its own expense. The only exception to this provision is for government mandates, where in those situations, the town will be responsible for any costs associated with repairing, modifying, or replacing any facilities. There is a special provision in this lease agreement where the town will be required to collaborate with Aqua in complying with the EPA's lead and copper rules revision and improvements. This includes assisting Aqua in obtaining documentation that would indicate the type of material used to construct water pipes in the town and with new pipe replacement requirements. Again, these costs will be borne by the town, so there will be an increase in customer bills on Bones Road. This is only. If you're comfortable with this, they can send over the certificate, we can attach it to the lease agreement, and they would be happy to draft us up a resolution so the town board can authorize entering into this lease. So what's everyone's thought? You wanna?
I don't know anything about it, so.
Oh, no, I just wondered, what, on the existing lease, has there been any changes or?
No, we read it over, other than just that one about the lead and
The new
copper
requirements?
revision, yep.
Sure.
And it's like 20 pages.
Did they say about how much of an increase it's gonna be and how many customers?
They have not said that, and I know there's not many customers over there, because it's just, this only affects the Bonesville people.
That
they
do
don't
the
wanna-
Hardin's furniture and all that, that was
Yeah.
mainly?
Yeah,
That was
right in that area.
Those are Bryant Road.
That's right, that's where they have that automatic flusher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do they wanna do the rest of the town?
We'd like them to,
Yeah.
so, they would come down 69, right? And there's maps in here and things, so
Yeah, well,
we have to, yeah. Yeah, and like I said, we received council, and they advised us that we should accept it.
Sure.
So you I'll make a
Yep,
motion.
another motion.
I'll second it.
Joel.
Aye.
Paul.
Aye.
Bruce.
Aye.
Salzman.
Aye.
Dibble.
Aye.
Who read the contract?
Who wrote it? The attorneys read it.
On behalf of the town?
Yes.
But y'all haven't read it though?
We read it too, but we sent it to
They
them.
just said that it didn't.
Excuse me?
That's why they're asking questions, because nobody read it.
Our water,
Nothing to do with our
Aqua.
water.
It's a separate
It's
water.
a separate water company that works on it, just follow.
Well, Bones, the people are,
Aqua runs
The
water
people-
on Bones Road and they maintain it all.
They are on both.
Yeah. So the next thing I just wanna note, we already talked about it a couple times, is a budget 21st at 5:30 here at the town hall. We had our first workshop, so we're looking forward to our second one. Chris is going to be posting, we will have a public hearing on the budget and the tax cap override, and that will be Wednesday, November 5th, our November meeting, the day after election. The only other matter I have, and it's actually good news for once, we did receive a letter today, I did, from Hartford Steam Boiler. They reviewed our loss that we had on the covered event down at the sewage plant. The invoices came to $15,220.31. We have a $1,000 deductible, so we have a check in the mail coming to us for $14,220.31 to go into the sewage account. So that's, took a while, but we got it.
Good work. Good work.
All right, we will move on to the highway superintendent's report.
Let me start off by thanking Karen Newton, my crew. I appreciate that. I couldn't agree more than what you said. I couldn't agree anymore, honestly. I've been there for almost 30 years. I know Lance retired from the highway department for over 30 years. We have been very fortunate in our town with our highway crew forever, as long as I can remember, and even prior. No difference today. We have a dedicated group of guys. They're younger, but they're doing great. We got a really good crew. And I'll even add a little bit to it. You get to see the stuff daily outside on the roads, which is wonderful, but you don't get to see the stuff behind the scenes that the guys do in our shop. Right now, we have a dump box that's off a truck, a 10-wheeler box, that we are rebuilding from the frame up. In-house, the guys are doing it. We just had a transmission out of a 10-wheeler that we rebuilt and put the clutch back in. Those are amazing things in today's day and age that I take for granted sometimes. But when I go to the other highway garages around our area, nobody else is doing it. They're shipping it out.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a huge savings to our town. Even if you guys don't see that every day, I see it. And I welcome you guys anytime to stop up to our highway garage. There's always a project going on in our garage. I mean, year round, whether we, and when we're in the shop. But so yeah, I definitely appreciate that, and it's good that they get recognized. The Gosner Bridge, we spoke a little bit about it, just an update on that. The bridge itself has been removed, so there's no structure anymore there. They're working on the replacement. I know they're getting ready to drive the pylons, I think, pretty soon, in the next couple of weeks. And then it's gonna be weather dependent. BP Excavation is doing the work on that. They were hopeful to have the bridge in before winter. I don't think they're gonna make it. I think it's gonna be next spring, summer, because of the DEC rules that they're gonna have to be out of the water at a certain date. So I think they're up against the calendar. But either way, they're making good progress. It has been removed, so that's a good first step. Other than that, in the highway department, we're just, again, waiting for the seasons to change and preparing for them the best we can. Our salt is all in. We got that all in last week. In the meantime, we're doing a lot of tree work, a lot of ditching. The biggest thing that we're dealing with right now is our beavers. Beavers are very active. If you haven't noticed them, they're everywhere. And we've got about 5 locations in town that are pretty much a daily occurrence that we're feuding with them.
Come November, I'm hiring trappers.
Yeah. We don't have to wait that long, thankfully, because we have a nuisance permit. But still, they're working hard. So if you see a beaver, if you see a beaver in the road, don't swerve. But other than that, I'll just be in the highway department.
Yeah, okay. Codes?
What's the deal with Glenmore Road? Anything?
Glenmore Road, what do you mean Glenmore?
Well, with the dip, the
Cold Hill Road. That's something that we're dealing with. We're trying to find funding and a solution to the DEC, but we can't get here. Nothing is going on the last.
We're waiting for a meeting with that. Codes.
Judd and I are finishing up from the February-March disaster that we had there. It should be another week and all the paperwork should be completed and filed. Other than that, we've gotten a few complaints about people doing stuff that are legally permitted to do. But overall, we're doing well.
That's all you got?
That's it.
Alrighty.
Could I ask for the names of
It's Jeff Austin and Judd Dean.
Thank you. So yeah, we'll just, so typically this is where we don't have a water superintendent right now. We have Buddy's working. But yeah, you're gonna try to get your Class D, license, or
I don't know anything about it. You guys gave me this position.
John's never discussed it with you?
Nope.
Okay, well, we're gonna meet anyway, so, how many meters need fixing, do you know?
I think it's around 10, right?
10? Any of them been repaired yet since you've been in? No?
I thought it was more close
Yeah,
to 20 actually.
I was gonna say there's more than
I
10.
thought it was 10 myself.
Just, yeah, but I'm also coming across several scanning that aren't scanning that aren't on the list. So they got issues too. But just so you know, we're trying to get actual readings. So even if they are broke, I told the water, forgot her name, Pat, that I was gonna come back and get that sheet from her and try to like at least get down in the basement to get an accurate reading to where this month's is gonna be all actual, to where everything will
How
kind
hours
of.
do you think you work a month? Or a week, that'd be easier.
A week?
A week, yeah.
Well, I'm averaging like, what, 50, 60 a month
50, 60
since I started a month ago.
A lot of that they were doing in GIS mapping too.
Right.
That was
Right,
most
so
of
that
it
should
right
be
there.
down, right?
Yeah, the readings are only quarterly.
Quarterly, yeah. Alright.
So are we still estimating?
No, the idea is to get actual readings, just go around, get all actual readings.
But have we been estimating?
Estimating the last 3 quarters. Right?
Yeah, the last 3 quarters, it's, even the numbers are coming off different because even with the estimates, if the residents didn't use as much water, they might have been at the, I don't know, 2,000 last month, but this month they're gonna be at like 1904. So it's kind of like, it's gonna take a minute to balance out.
Yeah, because they were estimated 3 times, yeah.
Right.
Okay, perfect. I would like to make a motion to, pay the bills for a month. Okay. Jewel?
Aye.
Paul? Aye. Bruce?
Aye.
Dalton? Dibble? Aye. I'd just like to say I appreciate everybody having some confidence in me to get going. It's been one heck of a week. I'm taking a lot of time off from work for my other job to do this, ask for some time off from there actually. I'm gonna try to do my best for you guys. I know I've been working on a lot of things already this week. I